And you may hear it. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Guys, there's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
Makes another right. Earns in deep trouble again. Earns it down. Earns it down.
You know, you dream of fights like this, but the big celebrity
What's going on, fight fans? I'm Jake Gatto, and welcome to Boxing at Jedi's Temple. And today, I'm giving you some old school fights. Today, we're going to look at HBO Boxing's greatest hits. As we sit back through this COVID-19 shit, I hope you guys have been enjoying the material I've been giving you. You know, Miyagi No Boxing Talk, Variety Boxing, Variety Talk, and miscellaneous shit here and there as the COVID bullshit coverage. But otherwise than that, man, I don't really want to bore you anymore with this COVID-19 coverage bullshit. Because to tell you the truth, I'm so fucking sick of it. I'm sick of all this shit. So without any further ado, and by the way, man, good morning to everybody, man. Of course, I hope you're having your Java and shit. But good morning to everybody out there. I hope you guys are just holding on, and I'm hanging in there. I know it's tough and difficult at this time, but I hope you guys are hanging in there. I hope you guys are working. Those that I hope you guys are still doing your thing. But without any further ado, man, let's get this shit going, shall we? Yes.
Having to make his mark on the rich tradition of the sweet science. And for every achievement, there was a beginning. Each recorded a memorable prologue on HBO. There was, for instance, a young welterweight with 12 pro fights.
What's going on, Angame?
July 1978.
What's going on, brother?
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Meanwhile, a heavyweight named Larry Holmes had already achieved championship status.
It will be a knockout.
There's nobody in the world who would be nobody. I'm not all out.
Yet that almost was not the case in June 1979. Mike Weaver nearly pulled off a monumental upset.
Weaver is at him. Oh, they have a fight. Oh, what a left hook. A 1-2 by Mike Weaver. Took the starch out of home. He's fighting towards the rope. Oh, they're in trouble now. He's fighting back gamely. Weaver is down from the uppercut. Weaver is down from the uppercut. He has to get up. Weaver is down. This may not make it. Hey, he got up. Hey, he got up. Out of the whole line. Most of those punches are missing. Holmes is still fighting back now early.
I had to fight for all my life. If you want to beat somebody, and I think if you set your goal, I think you can achieve what you want out of life.
The menacing bald-headed figures first appeared in January 1981 in the first events of his middleweight title, marvelous Marvin Hagler offered a finish for 6 years of dominance.
Backs away again, hurt a left hand, and the ball is down. Hagler stops the man once more. Odell gets back to top man. Three, four quick punches and a right hand to the top of the head. Back to the middle of the rope. Octavio Alvarado, that's all. That's enough. Marvin Hagler is still the champion of the world.
Your mind is not in your way. There's something distracting you. And remember, it's always good to throw the punch where you could hit him and he can't hit you. That's what the science of boxing is all about.
Mike Tyson was a 19-year-old man-child. His fists summoned fire and fury from the opening bell.
But you notice the way that it comes back. It comes back slow and it drops. So right, counter right hand by Mike Tyson with the right hand.
There was an uppercut. What a shot. Showing its both appreciation and support. Great for Jose Revolta. Oh, what a shot. And Revolta's down.
You want to continue? He said, yeah, hell yeah. That's a fighter.
I'll never forget the first time I sat ringside doing commentary for one of Mike Tyson's fights. Now, his power, without question, is unbelievable. But what really fascinates me is that his defensive skills and incredible hand speed is taken for granted by so many people. Now, these same qualities make Mike Tyson the dominant heavyweight champion that he is. It reminds me of another fighter who I have the privilege of working with, analyzing, and eventually fight. His name was Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And what better way to begin this segment we are calling Knockouts.
Simpson right on Marvin Hagler once again. Hagler trying to finish it off right here. Jolting right hand, a looping right hand by Hagler. And another. Simpson stands toe to toe. He's down. This should be it. Cornelius Simpson position. Simpson is on his feet. And that's all. That is all. Again, Scipio now managing to get on top of that a little bit more than he was. And there he took a right hand. That buckled his knees. Scipio back in his own corner. Takes a combination, goes down. And may not make it up. This man has never been knocked out. And it's over. And it's all over.
10 successful title defenses over a 5-year period on HBO, each a fisted masterpiece. As time went by, the image grew to mythic proportions. Some challenges would reemerge as the pool of opponents dissipated into anonymity.
Hampshire right at the moment, fighting on instinct. Crowd on its feet at the Garden. Inside 1 minute remaining.
He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
Hampshire is out on his feet. Hagler should be able to finish him off. Time, no factor. McCarthy says, don't push. There's the right hand. Hampshire is down. He will not get up. This one is all over.
At times, the knockouts were swift. An up-and-coming heavyweight contender, Jerry Cooney battered an aged Ken Norton in the historic confines of Madison Square Garden.
And another left-hand scores it again. The legs of Norton wobble. Norton is first in his own corner. Cooney trying to measure. Misses two uppercuts and scores with combination of the left hand Norton straight up. Norton is about to drop. Norton is on his knees and finally slumps in the corner. He is not going to get up from this. The fight is over in 54 seconds.
Others came with electrifying suddenness. Donald Curry seemed in control of his fight with junior middleweight champion Mike McCallum until this.
There was the right again, right up over the top.
McCullers is standing directly in front of Donald. That's why he's being hit. He needs to give some hand movement, left and right, side to side. He's not giving angles at all. He's directly in front of Donald.
And there is a left hand by Mike McCallum that came out of the blue and put Donald Curry on his back.
Beautiful. Holy shit.
It's all over, and Mike McCallum is the champion. A classic one-punch knockout.
That was fucking
A shooting star like middleweight champion Michael Nunn was
none. Second to none, baby.
champion Sulu Califan in one round and with one punch. It's been a jabbing contest so far with the early edge to Nunn.
Oh my goodness, bro. He made him look to the fucking right.
And Michael Nunn answers a lot of doubters about his punching power. One solid left hand put Califan to sleep.
And every once in a while, a championship heart can turn the charismatic stylist into a knockout artist.
And he's on rubber legs. There's no question about that. But he's not taking a backward step. There's a right hand again to the side of the head. It stays up. Another right hand. And a left hand sends it backwards. And the legs are gone on first pitch. Just trying to get some air, get some breath. It's all over. It is all over, and wisely so.
Oh, yep. That was beautiful.
That was a right to the body and an uppercut to the head, and Herbig is down. Thomas trying to hold on. Serious trouble, and down he goes. And 10 seconds to go in a round. There's a left hand. He's down again. It's over. It's all over.
There was a passing of the torch in January 1988. A 39-year-old Larry Holmes was forced to give Mike Tyson final certification as this era's dominant heavyweight champion.
15 seconds left.
That's a huge right hand. That should be it.
That goes Holmes, and that's going to be it. It's over. That's all.
As a tornado of personal difficulty swarmed Mike Tyson's life out of the ring, Frank Bruno was left to feel the frustrations of a bitter heavyweight champion inside the ring.
That's a shot. That's the ball shot. Beautiful shot.
Seal it, clean it up.
Knockouts are power and commitment, the well-laid trap sprung shut, the sudden, sometimes shocking climax to a drama. There's also a downside to knockouts, the disappointment of endings so close to beginnings. Thank you, Mike Tyson. Distinguish boxing from other sports. When the Cincinnati Reds scored 14 runs in the first inning, it was a knockout, but they played on. They should have stopped it. There's something else that distinguishes boxing. Its wide range of crazy controversies. You think that in a sport that's so elemental, so basic, one man against one man, that there'd be a finite limit to the kinds of controversies it spawns. Not so. As the late, great Gilda Radner would put it, there's always something.
In November 1982, Alexis Arguello was a lightweight champion vying for Aaron Pryor's junior welterweight title. Few fights have equaled the fury of that memorable night in Miami, and few have equaled the controversy which soon surrounded Pryor.
Well, this fight so far is exactly as all the promotional releases have said. That's a rarity. I've seen it a couple of times, once in your fight with Tommy Hearns, but it is rare that a fight lives up to the press clippings. So far, this one has, albeit it is early. Arguello fighting off the ropes and fighting very effectively off the ropes. Arguello got the better of that exchange.
You're the boss, don't you? Give me a trick, man. I mix. One that I mix.
Combination by Arguello again. The uppercut and the overhand right. Back with another overhand right. Pryor smiles at it off the bell. He's right thinking also. There's a right hand smash to the head back. And Pryor is hurt.
Give me that about it. That's the one I mix.
Yeah. Pryor a left jab and a combination again. And Arguello's in trouble. Arguello in big trouble against the ropes. Pryor going for the kill. Trying to put Arguello fighting it off. Smacks it right again and brings Alvarez against the ropes. Arguello can't decide. It's over. Aaron Pryor has revived the Super Welterweight Championship. Arguello
On Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, which he never got another shot at the title. This welterweight championship doubleheader was billed as double trouble, for once a boxing title proved meaningful. WBC welterweight champion Lloyd Honeyghan was having no trouble through 5 rounds with challenger Young-Pil Chung. But not even Honeyghan could have forecast this bizarre ending. Step inside and go back to the body to begin round 5. Low blow. Chung agonized on the canvas for 5 excruciating minutes. Finally, Honeyghan was awarded the victory, while the visiting Korean protested the final decision. The eerie night of July 29 had still another surprise in store. The other welterweight champion performing that night was Marlon Starling. He, too, is having it all his way through 6 rounds, until the challenger, Colombia's Tomas Molinares, launched a missile. Oh, that punch was clearly after the bell. One of the lucky punches of all time. And in my view, Larry, clearly after the bell. Well, you only have to be knocked out for. It was a night only Marlon Starling would soon forget.
Judge Dave Moretti scores 143,
Assassin.
142. Judge Harold Letterman scores 143, 142. And Judge Larry Wallace scores 145, 142. For the winner, by unanimous decision, and new IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Michael Spinks.
The upset of Larry Holmes by light heavyweight champion Michael Spinks forced an immediate rematch.
And he's out of the corner very quickly.
He's doing just that now, bro. He's going right at Michael.
That's down, go left hook, come back to the right hand. If his left hook is going to bring him up. I'm making him work. No, I'm trying. And there was the right hand by Holmes, and Spinks is in a world of trouble right now. Great shot by Holmes.
This is what not get this man out of there.
Spinks is all but out. Holmes looking for the one finisher. Spinks trying to fight off the ropes. 10 seconds, there'll be no knockout in this fight.
Stick it down, go to work.
It's over. For the winner, by a split decision, and still, yes.
I can say to the judges, the referees, the promoters, the kids where the sun don't shine. And since we're on HBO, that's my big black behind.
Ha ha.
That controversial decision and post-fight interview with Larry Holmes provided us with yet another chapter in boxing's ongoing human drama. Another reminder of how much is at stake for men who have in so many instances climbed up from the worst of social circumstances, toiled for years in sweaty gyms, sacrificing privacy and pleasure, only to see the decisions which most affect them rendered in a purely subjective arena by judges who are all too often all too human. Still, amid all
My
the
man look like Dan
insecurity and
Aykroyd.
uncertainty, there are moments of transcendence.
He look like Dan Aykroyd,
We
bro.
witnessed more than our share of those in this decade of the 80s. Again, let's look back.
Sugar, Ray, Leonard, Thomas, the Motor City Cobra, Hearn, 15 pounds of boxing.
Yo, Hearns look like fucking. He looked like Crawford in the face. If they do one of the movie bios of Hearns, they should pick Crawford. And Lee Haney could play Sugar Ray Leonard.
Good right hand by Hearn Leonard. That hurt.
Yo, that was the fight, the race war fight. Look at that bullshit, kid. Who remembers this? Hell yeah, Jakal, they did, bro. They had the eye of the tiger, the fucking sting of the scorpion, and the fucking the eye of the fucking Osprey hawk. This was a good fight, bro. Two fucking hard hitting motherfuckers, boy. This was great. The Rand looked like a fucking Neanderthal with boxing gloves, right? His brow. This was crazy shit, boy. It was this shit. He came out swinging the hardest he's ever fucking swung in his life. He's that power, dude. See, a lot of these motherfuckers think that Spence Jr. and fucking Crawford is gonna be like this, and it's not, because Spence Jr. ain't gonna bring it like fucking Hagler did. I'm telling you, man, Spence Jr. is gonna get waxed in that fight. My money's on Crawford. They'll be honest. Word, I feel like throwing this. Oh, I feel like throwing this fight on. I buy homes. What's going on, brother? Yeah, they were great fights, man. Definitely. Good morning, my fellas, my boxing people, my family. What's going on, guys? How's everything? Hope you guys are covered with the COVID-19 shit at home, just chilling, covered from it, way away from it. And I hope you're enjoying the material I'm dropping on your channel here. Check out Miyagi the Boxing Talk if you haven't. And the variety talk show that I dropped with the Star Wars Dad, Mighty Music, Steph, Smuggler's Canteen, no doubt. So go check out some material if you guys get bored. So got talking with Tyson. I'm going to be coming up with the audio on the second camping trip dad. If you're looking for the first one, go check it out. It's on the playlist, guys. It's all for you and the sport boxing. Oh shit, fight. Oh, beautiful clean shot to the midsection. There was the 30-second staccato spurts that got him the points that won him the fight, and people didn't see that. He did that at the end of every round. That fight with Mugabe got to him, bro. Hunter was a bit, he was a bit off in this fight. People didn't see that. He looked great, but his accuracy, his power was neutralized from all that movement. That figure eight was empty. You know, you really don't have to physically neutralize a nigga. Always tying him up, or you know, you can fucking move around him and make him miss. And every power punch he's trying to throw, remember he missed, it don't hit the target. He fatigued. That's how a lot of motherfuckers got to Mike Tyson. That's how a lot of guys got to me. You know what I'm saying? What's up, fight fans? Welcome to hashtag Quebec Boxing Old School Fights.
Tyson not afraid, as we expected, and Spinks ready to mix it up with him. Tyson along the ropes doing damage.
Fucking this guy up and giving him a cinnamon swirl. Hold that. I was about to punch him in his fucking face right there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hold on. And then right here, I gave him the fucking. I fucked this whole shit up. Boom, goes through.
He's not going to make it. It's all over.
What I tell you.
Not in such a way as to do damage to Tommy.
Yeah, I think Hearns won this fight. The second fight. Hearns definitely won this fight. He put him down too. Yeah, exactly. Great result here. Still looks good. He had his moments. But Hearns had a lot of moments in this fight.
Right now, he is Ray Leonard in all likelihood trailing on points in the closing minutes against Tommy Hearns. He's been in that position once before. Oh, a solid right hand by Hearns. Spectacular right front, and Leonard is in trouble again.
Ray Leonard had a look on his face there that I had never seen before. There is no quit in
Toby,
either of these great
I'm glad you
warriors.
brought that up. Let me tell you guys something. You Wilder fanboys and shit, you know what I'm saying? I would have broke Wilder's whole shit in the first to second round. And you know this guy. You know what I'm saying? This guy had nothing for me. I was totally different. I was an animal. I would have broke his face. You know what I'm saying? He would have had 2 cinnamon swirls. The fight fans would have been like, "Get some coffee for those cinnamon swirls."
So the decade began for HBO with Leonard Hearns 1 and ends with Leonard Hearns 2. And Ray, I guess it would be pointless to ask about which of the 2 fights you would have the fondest memories.
That's a tough question. If I had to choose one, I would honestly say the first fight.
I'm startled. I'm absolutely shocked. If you were looking back 20 years from now with a grandson or a granddaughter on your lap, which of your fights up to this point would most stand out as a proud memory for you?
That's the easy one, Joe. The fight with Bob Hagler, because that was a fight that proved so many people wrong. It felt great.
Well, it proved a lot of people wrong, and it proved a lot of people right, too, who believed that you could do exactly what you said you would do. That goes for everybody in boxing.
Happy Saturday, fight fans. Mr. Miyagi.
Well, aside from some of
Banzai. Enjoy. Hi.
Hagler,
Pisto Jackal.
on HBO,
Toby.
Larry Holmes,
And I buy Holmes.
I
Hi.
would say that
Banzai.
two fights stick out.
Banzai,
One
fight
was,
fans.
Holmes when he defeated Cooney. There were a lot of doubts about Larry Holmes. I thought he was an outstanding fighter, and he fought such a beautifully controlled, furious fight then. And the other fight would be one of uncontrolled fury, and that would be Hagler and Hearns. Unforgettable. For 8 minutes, they went at each other, and I don't think anybody who saw it took a breath the entire time.
Not an easy choice, incidentally, because there have been so many great moments. We at HBO have been privileged to cover some of the greatest warriors and some of the greatest figures in the sport over the years. And on your behalf, as well as ours, we salute them all and thank them for the moments they've given us. We'll see you at ringside.
No doubt, fight fans. That brings us to the end of this, and we're going to talk a little boxing, of course, like we always do. Born to be champions, motherfuckers. How y'all doing, man? It's good to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? How you guys doing? How's everything going, man? I'm just chilling, man. Just creating dioramas and just trying to make up some material. You know, I hope you guys are digging that Mr. Miyagi-Do boxing talk. You know what I mean? That's right, man. You know, I hope you guys are just chilling, man. You know, I'm being creative, man. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be 46, April 30th. You know, I'm just chilling, and I'm gonna be celebrating my birthday here live with you guys. You know what I mean? If you guys want to drop by and wish this old man a happy birthday, you're more than welcome to. Of course, in the background, you're gonna hear the family. You know, everybody's waking up. You know what I'm saying? It's a Saturday. Gonna see what we can do. Thank God that He's blessed us with a backyard, so we can do something back there, surrounded by a lot of trees and oxygen. You know what I mean? Definitely Chantel Bonsai, no doubt. Mr. Miyagi for life. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, you know, I just decided to show you guys a little bit of old school footage and HBO's, you know, great boxing. How should I say? Hey, Oreo, have a seat, girl. Go sit down, girl. Come on, go sit down. Go sit down, girl. That's my big pit. You know, definitely Jacal to be on the 30th. Thank you, my brother. You know, I'm gonna celebrate with you guys. Of course, we're gonna be going through a lot of shit, boxing stories. I'm gonna have some people on the panel. I'm gonna have some of you come on the panel, you know, so we can all talk or whatever. And you know, basically, man, I just I enjoy doing this shit, you know, for you guys and shit, and with you guys. So, you know, thanks for hitting the thumbs up on the way in and shit. You know, I just want to say, man, this fight with Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, you know, it's gonna be made. A lot of you guys have to be, and Toby especially, my brother. I'm glad you're back, and and I'm gonna put this shit out right now. I'm glad you're here, Toby. Whichever fucking moderator blocked Toby Barlett, you need to fucking unblock him, because I'm looking and I didn't do it. Why the fuck would I block Toby? Toby ain't do nothing to me. Toby's my man, son. That's my brother. So, you know, whichever moderator you come across this fucking live stream that will become a video later on, please unblock Toby Barlett. Okay, that is my boy, son. So, you know, I'm highly offended. It's been weeks. This man has been watching the material, but he hasn't been able to commentate and shit. And I like when he puts his comments down. He's one of the, you know, he's one of the Avengers on here, you know, and when he comes back, he's gonna get a fucking saber hilt. You guys call them wrenches. But yeah, so guys, man, I just you know, just and peace to all the new subscribers, man. You new subscribers, no doubt, man, you're in for a ride. Everybody here is cool with everybody, as you can see. This is exactly why my subscriber count, it goes up and then it goes down. Sometimes, see, I'm the type that, and you guys know this, the guys that have been rocking with me for a minute. On my channel, there's none of that shit. If you either get along, or if you don't like each other, or you don't like my material because I tell the truth, then unsubscribe and leave, right? So that's gonna happen. So it's gonna go up and it's gonna go down. Doesn't mean that the material's fucked up. It's just that, you know, there are a lot of beefs going on because of this shit that is ending and it's spilling over on other channels. And some people, you know, are moderators on some channels at the same time. And, you know, so, you know, we all just gotta fucking just let that shit go. You know what I mean? I you know, I'm just like this, bro. Whoever wants it, it's here. Whoever wants to be cool, whoever wants to collaborate, I'm here. You know what I mean? It's how you take it, man. You know? Chantel says, Jay, the good part is I get 2 likes now. You know what I'm saying? It'll happen, man. It'll happen, especially when you rock with channels like this and you have fight fans such as yourselves, you know, great, knowledgeable, you know, fight fans, willing and able fight fans and shit, you know? Yeah, that's why I always tell motherfuckers, even if you checked out my last live, the motherfuckers from the LDBC tried to come here talking about, oh, your low subscriber count, only fucking 30 people watching you. Enough said. I was like, listen, it's not about the quantity, motherfuckers. It's about the quality. And people that you know, and I don't mean to offend nobody when I say this word, because I don't want to label no one followers, and I know. But when you follow me, right? We're in this movement, your movement. I am your voice, you know. It's all about quality, and everybody that's in this movement here, hashtag come back to boxing, in every fucking comment section where you guys have tried to attack, it has been hashtag come back to boxing members that have fucking slayed motherfuckers. And there were only a few of you that were on my man Sporting Icons, peace to you, bro, peace to England, peace to Ireland, everybody in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Australia, my peoples, everybody, bro. Even in Indonesia and motherfucking Singapore, you know. Listen, peace to my man Raymond Nui. You know, it gets to a point where, because I've been doing this for a while, right? It gets to a point where Icons always represents. He knows how long I've been here. He always comes on. He calls me OG, no doubt. Peace to Raphael Dawkins as well, Combat Radio. You know, I never brag. I never brag to boast. You know what I'm saying? You know, on this platform, respect is given. It's, you know, and it's given back. The problem here is, and it's not really a problem. It's a problem for some of y'all, because I was noticing some of y'all, you know, were throwing in, yeah, the Boxing Jedi, and it's other channels, you know, Ring IQ, peace to Julius, you know, I know him too. You know, other guys that are, you know, getting their names worth, no doubt. Do your thing. These are the real boxing channels. These are the boxing channels that have kept you on the norm, such as myself. But now, I don't mind not being named next to these guys or these bigger channels or these more recognized channels. I don't mind not being named next to these guys. You know why? Because they're now being recognized. The guys that don't recognize me now and recognize these channels before me, it's all good. But I've already, you know what I'm saying? I'm the type that it's like one of those you know, those wrestlers where he's retired, he sets himself in the sunset, he's good. You know, he'll give advice to the young guys so they could rep. But when he comes on, respect is given, and he shows the method on how I basically do that. So I always defend you guys, and so like I said, I don't take offense to it. For anybody who's saying, "Oh, it's not fair that you're not getting your fair shake," listen, I don't mind. Like I said, it doesn't bother me because I've already done my work. And you could check my resume about, you know what I'm saying, years back. You see that I came on here blazing more than anybody on this motherfucker. I came on from the way you came on knowing me, just dismantling motherfuckers. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't bother me because I've already got my fucking trophies and my shit with this bullshit. But you know, if you guys want to, you know, I mean, it's all good. I appreciate that as well. You know, I would never tell anybody to never speak in my defense or anything like that. I would never tell you guys not to do that because, like I said, if shit is being talked about me, the same way shit is being, you know, would be talked about you guys, and you guys can't really say nothing, but I can for you guys, and I see that it's unfair. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we do, man. One hand washes the other. So I appreciate you guys and the new subscribers. This is how we rock here. You know what I mean? There's never a war. If there is, I'll throw the link. Motherfuckers can get on here and they can hash it out, right? It's always been like that. So it is what it is, man. You know, peace to Unrivaled Boxing Talk. You know, peace to the Regular Militant. Peace to Rosclot 222. You know, Red Foxes, if you're still out there, peace to you. Peace to my man Stop Lying. You know, shit, man, 10 players, of course. You know, they'll be back soon. And you know, other, you know, my man JL the Boxing Junkie, you know, and other credible sources out there that, you know, come and, you know what I mean, you know, and just come out and do it, you know. Says, yeah, bro, your resume is sick, bro, and I'm new to you. Thank you, my brother. And like I said, man, there's a lot of material. There's a lot of material for you guys to always lean back on at this channel if you ever get bored, and it will always entertain you. You know what I'm saying? Because I found myself thinking, you know, every time I do something, I'm always thinking of you guys. I'm like, okay, like I'm constantly thinking of this COVID shit. So what did I do since I introduced some of the new guys that, you know, joined this for the boxing platform? Because this channel has many platforms, you know what I mean? But boxing, the main home here is boxing. Like this is there's a Boxing Jedi, you know what I'm saying? It's self-explanatory. But, you know, I have introduced a lot of people into dioramas and figure collecting and, you know, shit like that. So they're like, oh, shit. So since I did that, I try to intertwine everybody so everybody can get along. So that's why I did the Mr. Miyagi stuff and like that. And if you speak boxing, I figured, you know why? So I was thinking of you guys because I know it's fucking boring. So if I can give you a laugh or two or a chuckle or a bit of nostalgia or, you know what I'm saying, something to feel good about, you know, while you're watching this instead of just fucking sitting there and everybody's with the same shit and reporting the same stuff. And you know what I mean? If I do report the stuff, I'll bring it at another fucking light. You know, it's just, you know, it's just observation, bro. You know, but like I said, I really do appreciate you guys. But this fight that's coming up with Teofimo Lopez and, you know, Lomachenko, I've been one of the first motherfucker. I was the first motherfucker calling for this fight. Meanwhile, everybody was like, no, Teofimo's green. And you guys have been rocking with me for a long time. Like I was saying in the beginning of this fucking, you know, appreciation speech to you guys. You guys know that I was the first one calling for this fight. And now this fight is coming into fruition. You know why? Because this fight is one of those fights that you saw the greats, even when they were young. Look at Cooney going up against fucking Norton, right? He was supposedly green. He was like what, 15 or something, right? Right? And oh no, he's green. That's how you gain experience. That's how you know what I mean? You craft yourself. And these guys don't, these days ain't doing that. Like I said, there were only certain few, and the certain few that are doing this are those guys, you know? And I think that Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez is going to be I'm not even gonna say a bit. It's going to be much better than the new and fucking Donaire fight. Okay, that fight is gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna tell you like this: this is not gonna be a chess match. This is gonna be an Othello match. There's gonna be strategic footing. There's gonna be and for those that think that Teofimo ain't got those dance steps, you're wrong, bro. You're wrong. You're wrong, because they were raised in boxing on a different level of competition, but at the same time on the same plateau. Okay, and what I'm saying here is, you know, you may have Lomachenko, who has a deeper resume right now than Teofimo, but Teofimo has been fighting like him as to activity and gaining skill from, you know, hard-earned fighters. He's been knowing how to throw his knockout punches, how to step. So at any point, him taking that road and staying active, right? Because it's totally different when somebody fights nobodies when he's coming out of and knowing that since people were saying Teofimo is nobody, so then he's going up these levels. And now that he's knocking these guys out, the haters are always going to say, oh, he ain't shit and he ain't knocking nobody's out. He's fighting nobodies. But hold up, the person that you fucking cock goggled, right? Your favorite fighters were fighting a whole bunch of nobodies. They had to fight nobodies in order to get somebodies, didn't they? They had to display their skills in the beginning of their careers, didn't they? So this is exactly what's happening now. Teofimo is at the right time and the right place. And let me tell you something. Teofimo is going to bring something that Lomachenko hasn't seen in a minute. And that's going to be youth. Okay? That's going to be youth. Lomachenko has a little kink in his armor. And that kink in his armor was Linares. Linares gave him a hard day at the office. Now, when you add the style of Linares, you can't compare it. You can't compare it with the style of Teofimo. But now, the action personification coming from Teofimo, the fast-paced action, the hunting he's going to be doing on Lomachenko because he is hungry. This is what Lomachenko needs as well. Lomachenko, remember, he's got titles to defend now. And I've always been one that I said I am mad at Lomachenko simply because he's taken, okay, he's taken the title, that fucking trinket. And I was mad at him for doing that. But then I said, you know what? In this era, since like they gave one to Lee Haney, to Devin Haney, I said it's permissible for Devin Haney to do it because this is his era and this is the era where they give you straps. So in order for me to get along with this era and understand what they're doing, I have to see it as to the way it's presented. Their actions are louder than words, right? That's how communication was born, guys. people's actions. We observed and broke it down, and okay, you know, we still do it to this day. Some people don't. Some people just don't think before they fucking. But so now you got this going forward where, you know, you have a lot of like, you have a lot of guys that don't want these fights. Like you got Lomachenko lovers. Every fighter has them crazy fucking followers, the extremes, right? The extremes are the ones that don't want dangerous fights like this. This is a great fight for both men. And Lomachenko is going to face a lot of pressure, but Teofimo is going to face so much skill. And I hope that he has not, and I repeat, I hope he has not taken a big bite out of something that he's going to have a hard time chewing, digesting, and fucking shitting out, bro. You know, Jacal says, nah, it's never boring, my guy. It's all about being genuine. And thank you, my brother, no doubt, man. Thanks, brother. Jacal says, I have Loma stopping Teofimo late, but I won't be upset if I'm wrong. Yeah, no doubt. You know what I mean? You know, it's a clean prediction. I mean, look, if this was the early 90s and the late 80s, your prediction had possibly a 90% chance. You know what I mean? Because in that era, you know, guys who are competitive like Loma and have skill like Loma are supposed to win against guys like Teofimo coming up. Especially what was on Teofimo's plate, where, like I said, he's fighting as to, but he's not fighting the quality, right? In his resume, like Loma. So it's got nothing to do with promoting it. It just happens to be at the right time. And Teofimo, you got to respect him. He did it the old school way. He went through the rankings and he's been kicking and screaming. So you know, intelligent fighters, you know, unless they're just a prize fighter, just going for the dollars, these guys aren't going to call for a fight so dangerous like this. Lomachenko's dangerous. I don't give a fuck how light in the ass you think he is. Lomachenko is dangerous, bro. Okay? And accumulative punches will fuck a dude up, okay? That shit will fuck you up. And it's not like if Lomachenko doesn't throw in combos. You need to sit down, girl. Sit down. Thank you. Go sit. It's not like if it's not like if Lomachenko doesn't throw in fucking combos. Like these guys are gonna be blazing each other, but it's gonna look so magnificent. It's gonna look so magnificent the way these guys go ahead and do their thing. Now, he goes, Takal says, I have Loma stopping. Toby says, I've said from the start, I think Teo stops Loma. I don't know why. It's just a feeling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he has a chance. He has a chance, man. Teofimo definitely has a fucking chance, bro. And it's not because Loma, no, it's you know, when you observe another man's skill coming up and you're not biased at all, and you know, this is why I hate fucking fanboys and cheerleaders and hardcore, you know, and fucking hardcore extremes. Like, they're extreme to the hardcore, because it's like that gives you such a biased veil where you're only seeing one thing. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not seeing the whole picture. Like, let's just say you build a car for the sake of racing. Now you've spent so much money on buying an engine and fucking transmission and everything to make this motherfucker race legal, like to actually race fucking, right? But you don't take it to the course. You just a street car. The shit is modified to win you fucking money and for you to professionally become a race car driver, right? And instead you just to say, yeah, look at that. You see the analogy here, guys? So, Jacasa's dude fought a guy like Salido with only one professional fight. You know what I mean? And Teofimo's, Lomachenko's loss is still questionable, bro. It's still questionable. Me, I feel he didn't lose. But I think they did that to slow him down a bit. Because think about it. Right now, Loma would have been further than he is now had they given him that win. Sometimes when there's an agenda for another fighter, they're gonna either draw it or put a loss on that fighter. If they're able to do it, it's convincing. And they'll stop him just to push another one. And then from there on, they'll be fair until the next fuckery. The politics of boxing is just like the politics of, it's just like the script of wrestling right now. It's so predictable. And the reason why you young guys looking at boxing now, like, oh shit, and you can't look at my era of boxing because you don't understand it. You guys say these guys are fucking cavemen. They were just no. You just don't know how to. You don't know how to watch boxing is what the problem is. If you find yourself saying that all these guys in the old school did was just fucking slug it out, you don't know nothing. I'm sorry, but you don't. There's so much technique. And boxing has gone through evolution. That's why I always say, bro, this era did it wrong. Can anyone here, and when this fucking live stream becomes a video in the comment section, be honest with yourselves and with the sport of boxing. Can you actually say that this fucking sport of boxing has evolved for the better? Wouldn't you rather have that shit go backwards and evolve back, de-evolve backwards, and go back into the way it used to be, and then start all over again, reset? Because the way they're doing it now, it's more politics to the front line than it is the fucking sport of boxing and the full contact sport. Know what I'm saying? Oh, Jimmy, what's going on? Jimmy, welcome, brother. No doubt. Jimmy DeMarino, what's going on, brother? Thank you, brother. My birthday's on the 30th, but thank you, man. But I'm gonna be going live. We're gonna have some fun, brother, no doubt. Jimmy DeMarino, no doubt. Thank you, my brother. And it's something where you guys like to say this. You guys have been debunked verbatim on this platform for years, whether you're LDBC, whether you're the European LDBC, whether you're Troll, Pactard, Flomo, Canelmo, Wartard. Look how many factions I've taken down, bro. I've been on here for years. That's why I have named most of these motherfuckers too. Most of these names, I know who fucking originated most of them. Most of those boxing memes you see out there, mine and a couple people that I know as well. We were out here fucking niggas up, son. We were out here fucking destroying trolls, bro. The first one we were going at were the trolls because the trolls were the heavy artillery. Once we got to the fucking uploader, it was a wrap for that uploader. That's why a lot of channels closed after the May Pactard Wars, bro. A lot of channels didn't make it. There were so many small fucking freedom fighters for fucking the sport of boxing like myself, bro, that bro, if you go all the way back to the beginning of it, I had a rifle on the side. When the first fucking couple of trolls came with that bullshit, and I was just like, hey, you want to show shit too? I can show shit too. I mean, And bro, I got interviews. Bro, we were going in. I was even asking fighters, even Roy Jones Jr., how they think about this and all these wars and stuff like that. Like it's retarded. Even a lot of these guys that are high platform guys that are getting signed and stuff like that. The first dude, which was Radio Raheem, right? When he asked that question to Deontay Wilder, he froze. That's not a good look. Congratulations to him being signed in the zone like that and stuff like that. But now, what happens when another fighter does this? When you ask the right question, that's one thing I'll give him. He asked the right question, but now he froze when Deontay Wilder said, "To this day." See, because had I been the same race as him, I would have told him, first of all, the way you're coming off is very emotional. I just asked you a question. And now you want to bring back our ancestors, which we have nothing to do with at this point. We were supposed to graduate from that. And you want to bring this race. So you know what? Since you wanna make me look like I'm a sellout, I'm gonna make you look like you're a tyrant. And you're leading us into more destruction. Had that been me, I would have put Deontay Wilder in his place. Had we been scrapping, had one somebody else had hit me, had he tried to knock me out, had he knocked me out, regardless of the fact, he still would have lost. I would have been rich. I would have, right? These are risks that if you take them, not only are there repercussions, there are rewards because you are right in this situation. You are doing what you're set out to be, right? A boxing journalist. A lot of motherfuckers of Ellie Setback, come on, bro. Ellie Setback has said a lot of things in hypocritical statements and has been thrown out a lot of gyms, can't go back here, can't go. And then when he does, it's because he ass kisses. I'm not brown nosing. I'm not a brown nosing. Bro, I filled in all of that, bro. And you see the viewer count, not saying that I don't appreciate any of y'all. But this doesn't bother me. 4 people watching, and then this video, later on you watch the viewer count, it's 53 people watching. But then they gotta you guys can actually say, you came here, you heard me speak, I presented something to you, you weren't poisoned, nor were you misled. Because afterwards, you understand what I'm saying when it comes to fruition, and the actions are louder than the fucking words. So it's okay for these guys to go out there and mislead everybody, but now bring them to the forum where the guys that I have mentioned, that I have said peace to, and myself, bring them to our forum. These guys would not last. Setback. These guys would not last. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, man. When I came out here, I was to tell the truth. It's funny how the lie has more weight than the truth. But now when you put a truth teller in front of a fucking liar, you can see who's the fucking truth, literally. And this is why a lot of those guys will not make it on platforms like this. That's why a lot of trolls can't fucking debate and make it on platforms like this. They try to open up channels. That's why, guys, when I'm going live, these motherfuckers come in drones, kid, in fucking armadas, and it's just me. It's just me. You guys cut them with the fucking, and I read that, and I just get at them with their comments. We work as a team, no doubt. We are undefeated down this motherfucker. My man Bloodfist was part of that shit too. My man Bloodfist was in the wars too, bro. We are vets on this joint. So when you see us calling stuff, when you see us saying Wilder ain't got the dance steps, when you see us say Wilder can't fight going backwards, I don't understand why guys have to turn it into something in order to have it to their advantage, where it's like, yo, I'm gonna put on panties and take off my boxes now, and I'm gonna start bitching. That's some bullshit, bro. And I'm glad guys woke up. I'm glad gentlemen woke up and became men. They're only guys that are kicking and screaming. The other day, the regular militant was he put some boxing memes. This program that he has, go check him out. He put it up and he presented a great case on how fucking insane and dumb these motherfuckers are. There was a guy on the panel, and he got mad at, I think it was Brendan Boxing, and everybody else that was on the panel, and he came, oh, I'm a black man, this and that. I'm a black people and in the struggle. Listen. My statement right now will probably get me called racist, but it'll be by those who are racist themselves. But those that are normal and that aren't biased and living their lives comfortably like human fucking beings and see things without a veil, they will understand exactly what I'm about to say. First of all, you have nothing to do with the oppression that happened to your ancestors. How many years was that? 400 years. Were you born 400 fucking years ago? Are you still doing the labors, the illegal labors that were given to your ancestors? Were tortured? No. Are you being tortured? No. You have more rights and freedoms. You have more rights and freedoms to advance yourself. All you have to do is apply yourself. But these motherfuckers rather kick and scream and say this and say that to do nothing. At the end of the day, to do nothing. This is why I say all of those guys making excuses for a loss are the same guys making excuses for losses in their lives. All of them. Now, do you understand exactly why most of them have no diction? Most of them can't speak. They don't know how to retort. They don't know how to present something. They just don't know how because they have incomplete education. Everything is incomplete coming from these fucking dudes. You know what I'm saying? Everything is incomplete coming from these fucking guys. These guys don't present anything but trouble. And you know, so this is why it doesn't bother me when a lot of these other channels come out here with propaganda and they start, they start. I have my man Bloodfist on here. You know, he'll probably testify exactly what I'm saying. You know, there's the link, brother, and anybody else who want to jump on. A lot of guys, they have come here, they have tried. Like I said, my last stream, they've tried a whole bunch of, and I just broke them in half. I made them feel dumb. It came to a point that one of them humbled, apologized. And now, most likely, he's welcome in open arms. He's rocking with the right side of boxing. A lot of people get shit twisted on here. You know, a lot of people, they're very emotional. The first thing they do is they want to jump at you. They want to start, how you going to say this about this guy? How you going to say this about that guy? First of all, does Wilder pay your bills? Has he ever paid your bills? Do you ever think that if something happened to you, Wilder would take the time out to actually give a fuck about you? It's the same thing I used to say about the fucking Flomos, the Mayweather fucking extremes. And my point was proven when Mayweather came out on a radio station when he came back from Africa after they gave him a fucking king's welcome. Came out and said, when they asked him, so, why haven't you contributed to Africa or given them any donations? You know what I mean? And he was like, oh, Africa ain't doing nothing for me. And they still rocked with him. And after they rocked with him, you know what I'm saying? They went to a point now where the moment he said all lives matter, because he didn't say Black Lives Matter, what do you think fucking happened? What do you guys think happened? They outed Floyd Mayweather. So all of that name calling, everything that we've put each other through, whether it was on defense or you was just saying it to ridicule them on the defense for Mayweather or whatever, them names and them things that we say horribly to each other, we can never take it back. And this nigga don't give a fuck. Some of us still feel bad about names that we called each other and shit that we went. But understand, the guy that you rooting, hooling, and hollering for, these guys don't give a fuck. Let me welcome my man Bloodfist. What's going on, my man?
Man, you ain't never lied to stuff you saying, man.
Well, no doubt, man. Everybody go check out Bloodfist 1984, man. That's my man, aka J Dill, man. Dilltown. You know what I mean? We go way back, man. You know, and he'll testify, man. He'll tell you exactly how those wars were and how fans were, you know what I'm saying, were just covered by that veil of propaganda.
Let me speak a little bit then. You know, I came here a little before Cotto. It was Floyd versus the Pac fans. You had your racists, you had your pure boxing fans. You just had to distinguish the stuff from the middle. But it was just too much racism going on both sides, and it was just getting to a point where either you on this side or you on that side, and even the neutral, the ones who could think for themselves, they had to defend themselves, and they had to get in some beefs. And then you had people who just didn't want to do videos no more and just become commenters because of the crap. And it just gotten sad, and it made boxing kind of how do I call it, delusional as being a boxing fan, and people took this stuff too seriously, where it affected some of their real lives, where they want to fight people in real life and stuff. And it was just getting to a point where people were hacking people's computers and stuff like that, where people can't even get to their internet files or nothing like that.
Bro, and if I could throw something real quick, people were doxing motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting sad. I mean, I lost some of my channels because of my opinions about Manny Pacquiao. And, you know, people don't, the problem is people don't respect other people's opinions. Even if you got a speculation about somebody's going to get emotional about it. Now, I get it if you give out false testimony and you saying that's facts and stuff like that. And then, yeah, you need to be apologist towards a fighter or something like that. Now, this Tyson Fury Glovegate thing, one thing that I don't see the LDBC or anybody else defending about or answering this question about, the top of Tyson Fury's glove where you palm the stuff, how come it's still palmed while he's slapping?
Yeah, exactly. And it goes back to the fact that a lot of guys don't know about the slap technique because these guys don't know nothing about boxing.
I'm glad this Glovegate thing happened because it showed me who really knows about boxing and who doesn't. I mean, the ones who pretend and people pay for years
yes,
pay attention to. Now I know they full of crap.
And it also shows that there's no strength in the faction that was going out there beating their chests. You know what I'm saying? Simply because, now check this out. They let an intruder, someone who don't know nothing about boxing, propagate and lead them into fucking a delusional ridicule that's rightly deserved.
Yes. And it's sad. Now I'm looking at these pages that are popular. I think they're clout chasing more than they believe in the stuff they're doing. But it's so ugly that I'm saying to myself, dang, Fury, why you and your teammate suing these people for defamation of character? This shouldn't go this far. But I guess they're using these people for, the promotion of the next fight or something like that. But it makes boxing so ugly, man. It's kind of making me kind of not want to join the boxing community no more because, I mean, when I had to agree with trolls I couldn't stand back in the day and apologize to them on crap that I took too far and they took too far for us to come to a conclusion. Now I see your point of view about the people I used to hang out with because they're making me look bad out here. People that I respect who keep on going at Tyson Fury or other boxers like this, making me look at them like, did you fall into a spell or something? Or where did this delusion come at you? Because I know you're an intelligent individual.
Yeah, exactly. And I tell you right now, like there have been so many things that us as uploaders back then we had to deal with, right? Because it wasn't only one faction; it was two factions coming from just two people. And it goes to show you how one person just made a whole bunch of people hate him, and then it just went on, and all of a sudden another person's hate from that side, it just spread out. Now, neutral uploaders like myself and others, we didn't want anything to do with that. We saw the YouTube boxing community, the YTBC, disintegrating. We saw it breaking up. So it left neutral uploaders like myself to join up with other neutral uploaders like myself to try to keep the community together, to ignore that shit and let these guys war it out and try to keep the content there for the sport of boxing, for us, and it was very hard. A lot of our channels got hit hard, bro, like with a lot of trolls. And me being as combative and defensive as I was, and having the material that I have, if you went back and checked it out, you would understand exactly why I still stand the way I stand today and nobody fucks with me. And when I say names, they don't make videos trying to respond to me. And even the guys that have responded to me back then, you will see how I destroyed them. You know what I mean? So it's to a point that on here, at least now, like my man, you know what I'm saying? Like my man Bloodfist said, it is being displayed. The exposure of how many fucking people don't know shit about boxing and how false they are and how blasphemous they are towards the greats. Okay? Towards the greats. And remember, Jay, when I came out and I said, I think it was a year after I got on, which is 2012. Remember when I came out and I said, yo, it's gonna, and you fight fans as well, because I always say this shit on lives and in my videos. I said it's gonna be a point where it's gonna be a war in the future, where it's not gonna be Pactar's flow modes. It's not gonna be that no more. It's gonna be the hardcores and the historians versus the fucking casuals. Remember I said this?
Yeah, but I saw it coming too. It was just that my tolerance was low, man. Like it got to a point where I got involved in so much crap with this war. I mean, I exposed Precise Percenter behind the scenes, Sean Newton, a lot of guys, and I upset the establishment. And I was becoming what I'm ashamed of nowadays. You know,
but you know what though? You did your exposure on them on your behalf as well. I mean, that's why I always fucked with you, because you were like me, neutral. Like the reason why you when you did your exposing, not only did you do it on Sean Newton on certain terms and other guys as well on that side, you did it on the other side too. Because remember the private talks that me and you used to have, my man. Remember that? I'm not even gonna, but we understand. And I knew where you came from, because you was like, yo, some of these guys on this side I'm cool with, but they talking a lot of shit too, and I don't like it. And you've made videos exposing them, telling them, yo, this ain't right. I gotta disagree with you. I even heard you on lives as well. Remember, bro? Remember, I was there, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to feel bad or kick your ass for that, because you did exposure on two sides. So you were neutral all the way. You were unbiased all the way. You were basically like, you know what I'm saying? You were just a bit stronger there before you left, where you was like, yo, you know what? If both of you motherfuckers ain't gonna stop, I'm gone. I ain't got nothing to do with this no more. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, I had to better my life as a man. And that's why I did leave anyways. But I'm glad I did it, because now my mind is so clear. I see the BS all around, and like I ain't gonna lie. I respect your opinion 100 times more now than I ever did back then. And I knew you. I knew your point of view back then, but now that I have a sober mind, and I'm not so faction minded or so cult minded, because I had a mind of a cult, and even when I joined the faith, I joined a cult. And when God got me out of these cults, I said I don't want to be deceived ever again.
Right.
And my level of discernment went up ever since, you know.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, you asked for that faith of the Creator. You asked him to be there by your side, right? So he's gonna place you. He's gonna place you with good people, and he will never remove the people that you removed yourself from, because you were veiled as well. You understand what I'm saying? The peoples that are real with you. You know, like when you came, we talked, you apologized to me. You know what I'm saying? I did not turn you down. I welcomed you with open arms, because I was like, of course you're still my man. As a matter of fact, if you go back a couple of fucking videos and lives, I always would say, yo, peace to my man, J.
Well, at first you thought I was trying to be slick about it. Save face. But eventually, as time went by, you did start to appreciate, like, okay, this dude being consistent. He ain't trying nothing with me, and Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, I
but
mean, you always was a good man, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with you, bro. It happens. You know, it's just at the same time you also got to understand how many years ago was that compared to now. You know, like Miyagi said, when we're young,
oh
we
god,
all young and stupid. Hi, you know what I'm saying? Miyagi too, when young was young and stupid too. Hi, right? So
yeah,
you know what I mean? We all, you know, it's just when you grow, right? This is the difference
yeah,
between a boy and a man now, and you learning your mistakes. Where you see now that you're a man, so you got to fit that outfit. So you're like, yo, there's a lot of shit that I done said. If not a lot, there is some things that I've said and done that I've gotta get that out the way because they don't fit in this shell now. And I don't want people to, you know what I'm saying, think I was that guy. So what do, bro? You humble yourself, which is great. And you and however you did it, bro, it's none of our business. It's nothing to feel bad about. However you did it, as to, you know, if you have to get on your knees and pray for, you know, divine intervention or whatever, because I asked for it myself, other people too. But you did it, bro. It doesn't matter. But you're a testimony as to what the poison was over there. You know what I mean? You're much better
yeah.
than anybody from any of the sides. Any of the sides, because you have precise presenter, Bubbles, whatever the fuck, aka whatever, you puncher, whatever. Never had a problem with him. But at the same time, you know, he never apologized. He continues to jabs. These guys continue to be even more louder. But so it's like everybody already came to terms. Okay, there's that side, and then there's this side, and this side has always been in the middle. These guys are how do you say, counterparts, and the sweat and the excretion and you know, from us. You know, it's like the bad product of us. So it's gotta be sweated out of, you know, the pores of the YTBC, and wherever the waste lands is exactly where it stays. Now there are certain microorganisms that are good for us, and we're only going to accept those microorganisms that help us to continue to live if they only understand that they have to go through the antibiotic in order to become an antibody within us to fucking continue this functioning body, which is called fucking boxing on YouTube. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like a lot of
yeah.
guys, you know.
Like this how I call it out, right? Like even some of the guys in the LDBC, right? I still got a lot of love for. Like Blood, he
Right.
was one of the first to show me love on my page when I came out with videos and stuff. So if people hate Blood boxing, so what? Hey, I know the brother behind the scenes, and that brother always had my back. Yeah,
And,
we
and
had our
yeah, and I just want to say, just to make it clear, right? I never have nothing to say about Bill boxing, and if I did, I always say that he was one of my inspirations, aside of 10 players, right? And one more
yeah,
person, you know, he has always been an inspiration to me as to why I got on. And I was used to join for his material. I used to right. But and then once I seen that he was with that, even when he went to that side, I still had nothing to say about him. The only time that I said was when I started pointing at the other senior uploaders like 78 and him, where I was like, I'm ashamed of y'all senior uploaders because you're actually riding with this. That's the
yeah,
only thing that I said.
yeah. But I need to get this out
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
I'm a peacemaker now more so than a divider. Because I was very divisive back then. Even like militant man told me, good intentions could still lead you to the path of hell. Even though that was an English proverb, I found out. But I was always about good intentions. But now I know the wisdom I got now. I could just say it. 78, he never done nothing bad to me, and I can't say nothing bad about him behind the scenes. But I am not going to join pro-black agendas because I used to have a pro-black radio station. And I just didn't see no point of growing with people by acting like that, and promoting that in front of my family who's diverse and multiracial, who want to support me with whatever I do. Um, how could I promote that type of agenda? I mean, it was shameful in a way. But Coach Coach Harrison, right? he was there for me. He was there for me in my darkest hours while I was on my spiritual path. And to this, he prayed with me, helped me fight them demons. So I ain't got nothing against him. I know you got beef with Reef, but Reef was always a guy that supported me, even when
Yeah.
the black, even though he was part of the black screen team back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. And
Oh,
you know what's fucked up about Reef? I supported him. And when he had beef with the Wood Green or whatever it was like that, I didn't have no beef with them, or and I didn't join sides with him or whatever it was. But I
Auntie
always,
Woodburn,
yeah, he had beef with them or whatever. And I always used to tell him, you know, I used to give him, because I knew him, right? And I knew he followed me or whatever. So I used to tell him, yo, keep away from that. And if you are gonna keep away from it, keep your head up, bro. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to not support him, but give him that extra, you know, pat on the back and tell him whatever you do, I'm with you. But at the same time, don't overextend yourself because you're smart. He came off intelligently. So all of a sudden, when this Andre Ward thing came on, and I made a video about the Andre Ward thing, remember that? He came out and he goes, "Oh yeah," because he did it indirectly, which is what I hate. Because I'm the type of dude. I'm like Ali. I'm like, yo, say my name. You're gonna talk shit about me. Don't be a pussy about it. Don't be indirect. Say Jay Cotto. Say my fucking name. So
yeah,
what is, you know, or say hashtag come back to boxing, and you know, but what did he do? Like a coward, he didn't say that indirectly. Oh, those guys over there that rip comic books like me, like describing me like a pussy. Like, so I came out with a video, and I came out and I told him first it was him, and I said, yo, Reef, you got any beef because of whatever I said? First of all, I thought we were cool, and I always backed you up, and regardless, I always thought you were wrong because you're leading yourself down the wrong path. I never told you this. I never set you down. Maybe I should have, but at the same time, you probably would have looked at me and would have told me, oh, you are there, right? Because I can see now exactly how you are. So if it's that delicate, if something that delicate can make you make something up on me or about me as to, oh, this guy's on that side and fuck it, and then you're gonna start desecrating something that you used to follow too. Fuck you. Fuck
yeah.
you. Nigga, get
Well,
you break a leg on the way out. You know what I'm saying? And they used to diss him too because he got like one leg shorter than the other. They used to call him half step. You know, like they used to go in on him, and that's why I used to cheer him up. I used to tell him, yo, you go call him ugly and all that. So I used
Jay,
to be like, oh, my man, like,
Jay,
don't, you
but
know,
Jay, I saw your fruits. You don't even have to explain it. But
yeah.
I just wanted to get that out. Who I will always consider like cool on my behalf, even from the LDBC, because like you, they show me love behind the scenes and even out on the scenes. They respect my decisions and stuff like that. So it's all love no matter what, you know, between them people. Now them other people I was never too close with. Um uh, and it is what it is. If they want to say FJ Deal or F Bloodfist or whatever, that's because I never got close with them or nothing like that. And I can understand that. And that's their feelings, and it is what it is. But all I'm going to say is not everybody from the LDBC or the YTBC or whatever other factions are bad people. And the point is, what we're upset about is the agendas. And with 78, I'm just shocked that he's going with the agenda he's going with. And I was just like, 78, you one of the smartest guys I know when it comes to knowing what's up with this boxing stuff. And even I know deep down you don't believe the stuff you pushing out here.
Bro, that's like having powers and using them against good.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And I'm sorry, like, and the thing I don't like about this, you can't push one fighter to these levels, and when finally they fallen, you show this level of favoritism when you need to show support to a lot of other fighters the same way and stay consistent.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Going back in history, Ali Liston, right? That was sort of like another glove gate to a point that it watered down and people started noticing once HD and slow motion came into the picture. Then people was like, there was no phantom punch. But back then, people ran with that shit that Liston laid down for Ali. Well, you could comfortably see my man when he hit him. It was just the camera angle. You could see my man's head bop back, and he just falls.
There's always some shots you don't see coming that drop you, man. And it happened to Foreman too.
It happened at Pacquiao with the Marquez. That was a punch. We did not see that. We did not see that punch.
That was sick. Um, but my point is, I love boxing more than I love agendas. And I came to that conclusion. Like when I started my Christian crusade, I asked Jesus, like, is it wrong to love boxing when I'm rooting for violence? And I quit boxing for a minute, put Christ first, and then Christ, matured me as a Christian, and then I don't love boxing the way I used to, but I love boxing enough to appreciate the sport like it's life, But it's not my idol no more.
Right.
But my point I'm trying to make is when I see stupid agendas, stupid gossips, stupid rumors, and all this other stuff, I can't help but to get irritated by it. But something just tells me, boy, do not get involved in this mess, because if you do, you're gonna turn to that ugly guy that you don't want to turn into, and you're gonna have headaches about this because you can't deal with a lot of stupid people.
Right, exactly. Peace to Anthony Willis, who came in. Peace to you, my brother. He says the LDBC are counterproductive to promoting black fighters, unfortunately.
Though, I learned that it's better to promote a diverse set of fighters and stuff like that, more so than black fighters. To be honest with you, the LDBC don't promote only black fighters. I mean, certain channels do from the LDBC, but usually they promote guys like Caleb Plant and certain Latino fighters. I know for a fact, but it's just them pro-black channels that usually will just ride with a guy that they can relate to, and them the only fighters they gonna promote. But usually there's some LDBC channels that promote some white fighters and some Latino fighters and a few Asian fighters if they got nice skills or something. So I could attest to that. But
all right, I wanted you. I'm sorry. Okay. Since we're in the same, almost in the same time, but even though you've been here like maybe 3-4 years before I have, probably 5, right? But
4.
Okay, but we know who Zone 6 is, and I still respect the brother. But of course, we fell out simply because
it took a while. It took a while for me to make peace with that guy.
Yeah,
but we made peace about like 2 months ago.
See, my thing was we were I
saw what happened.
Right. I was really supposed to debate one guy. And I was supposed to debate Zone on the Thurman Pacquiao fight, but I told him, don't punch in your ticket yet. Me and you was gonna be 1-on-1. But he wanted to punch in his ticket, and he was like, nah, give me the link. I want to get on now. So Unrivaled was there. Some guy, Get the Smoke, was there, and then he got on. So I was eating Get the Smoke's bean. Unrivaled even threw a couple of things at me, and because he didn't understand what I was saying. So I came out and I explained to him, and he was like, "Oh, okay." So he was basically the moderator, right? The mediator and shit. So Get the Smoke. I was proving. Then Zone kept coming out, and every time I tried to, rebut him, he kept throwing, body, basically, not only did he disqualify himself because he's not supposed to do that, right? Not only did he disqualify himself, he made himself look like a total ass because back in the scenes, he had my number. What did he decide to do? Right? Once it was known that I ate both their beans, you know what I'm saying? In the debate, he want to come, we're going to get this 1-on-1. I said, my man, you already punched your ticket in, but I will debate you after the fight because what's going to happen, I'm right, my brother. I'm right. Pacquiao is going to outbox this kid. And what happened, bro? You know what I'm saying? Now, had we debated, right? And we would have left it on the up and up as to, you know what? Let's wait until the fight happens. Right? At the end of the day, everything that I said that was going to happen in the fight, came to the fight. Either way, he lost. Whether it was before or after the fight, I ate him regardless, and he just couldn't take that fucking loss. And everybody knows if we debate, we're still cool, even if I lose you, which I haven't yet, right? I am not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am not going to hold it against you. Like, he kept fucking texting me, and I kept telling you, stop fucking texting me on this shit, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, this is fucking. Nah, he made a video, yeah.
I've been through it too, but with him, I'll say this, I've known Zone for 7 years now. And you gotta, after dealing with somebody for that much time, almost a decade,
right?
You pick up certain patterns about them, and you behind the scenes you tell them like, yo, I know that's just your personality and how you handle things,
right?
And I know you don't really try to be personal, but I know you like to troll sometimes just because you're trying to push your agendas. But I appreciate if you don't talk to me a certain way. Like,
you know
I know you.
Like, that's exactly what I'm getting at. That's what I was about to say. I was like, you could play that shit with other people, and I could know you for 10, 20 fucking years. But once I give you the fucking manual when we first meet, don't do this, don't do that to piss me off. I won't do this. You tell me what the right then that we set, my man. We set, brother. There should be nothing as to me going against that fucking manual to fucking push your buttons or antagonize you in any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Jay, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You've been around a lot of officers. You've been around a lot of security guys. You've been around a lot of militant guys. You gotta understand, a lot of these guys are insensitive people because they have to, because of their profession. And some guys don't know how to turn it on and turn it off.
Right.
When they back to society and stuff like that. But Zone is one of those guys, sometimes he don't know when to turn it off. And then after a while, he has this issue where he'll include you back in his circle like ain't nothing happened, and like y'all brothers again. But that's just how he is.
Right.
Now,
but he also has to understand that since he wants to be understood, or we should understand how he is, he got to understand how other motherfuckers are, like myself. I, for one, don't play that shit. The moment you cross the line and you show me that I've done something offensive to you, and I'm like, yo, what did I do to you? And you can't break that down, then I'm not even trying to look at the other angle, because now I become defensive. And once I have to become defensive with somebody that I consider a friend or somebody cool with me, and I got to look over my shoulders with this nigga. I'm not going to waste my time and energy with that nigga. Peace, my nigga. I'll see you later. Those are your feelings. You handle them because you're a fucking man, like you say. If the shoe was on the other foot, I would be like, yo, you know what? I got to handle myself. I got to know how to conduct myself around a motherfucker who don't want this shit around you. It's like being with a nigga that's cool and you cool, but you tell him, my nigga, I know you drink, and I'm not going to tell you can't drink. But with me, know your fucking limit. That limit that gets you to fighting or vulgarness, or chill with me on that. The moment you start feeling a little woo, that's enough for you. Smoke some weed or something, calm the fuck down, but don't get crazy with me, right? That's how you
don't get careless. Don't get careless.
You know what I'm saying? Like, being a fucking adult. A lot of these guys that are over there are not adults, bro. They're not handling the situation where a fighter fucking lost because he had no skill. It was proven that he was built up from the ground up. They threw him in front of you, Rock, right? So what's the problem? What is the problem, bro? Yo, we saw greats like Mike Tyson lose, bro. And the only thing we came out with was he didn't train. And what happened? Mike Tyson said, I didn't train correctly. I was fucking a lot of whores, a lot of the Japanese girls. I only trained for like I only trained for like a week. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. My man won the title. I had syphilis. I was burning when I fought Trevor Berbick. You know what I'm saying? These were our champs. Like, even with a burning dick, bro, and kidneys, my man went in there and won the championship at the age of fucking 12. Come on, man. And for Wilder, who was supposed to be the best heavyweight champion of the world, for Wilder, who guys like us we seen the hype, and now that we are right about it, we're even back then, but now we're super coons now. Like
I ain't no coon, because I could call certain people out that like to do that coon thing. Like, I've done some coon things in my past, but I could say people like 78 done some coon. Like, if 78 want to say master and stuff, I remember when I promoted a certain fighter, Lennox Lewis, over Mike Tyson. UK Boxing Blogger was promoting Mike Tyson. 78 was showing some favoritism towards the white boy,
Mm.
and allow him to get some leverage on me. And I was just like,
And this is the whole thing, right? It's like what you just stated a couple of minutes ago, my brother, where you know certain people do things and they want you right back in the circle. They commence to just function without knowing what the fuck they've done or said or what they like. What does he forget that he's got video in his archives where he used to be cool with white people, where you used to function with white people. So let me guess.
he still is cool with white people.
This is what I'm saying. And I don't understand why white people aren't looking at him like, hold up, you're that fucking racist, not militant. You're that racist that you're coming out and calling Eddie Hearn a slave master. So ho. So I'm white, I'm your friend. What does that make me? So that means that when I'm with you, you're looking at me like I owe you something because of the shit that happened back then? Are you fucking kidding me? See, these are the things that these motherfuckers are rolling with. And this is why in society they can't fucking function or be looked at normally.
But even then, I still looked at him as my brother despite all that.
Right.
Because I was like, you know what, man? Mike Tyson's your favorite fighter. I get it. So even a white man can get a pass with you on something like that. So, but that should have pro-warned me when it came to this Wilder stuff. So my point is this, man. It ain't no beef with 78 with me, but the only beef I have is this stupid agenda with Wilder to the point where I say to myself, like, you guys are really making yourselves look more stupid than these MMA fans. And I'm saying to myself, like, and I thought they were stupid.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got guys on here talk about in every city they go to, they could get 300 men. What the fuck are you mentioning factions and what for though? What, my man? We don't believe you. You need more people. You just got smacked by Porter Senior, my nigga. Are you stupid?
Oh, let me speak with this guy. Let me speak about that guy.
Yeah,
I don't listen to his videos on purpose, but I can't stand contradictive folks that push that pro-black stuff. Now, I have experience with people that I've dealt with that push a pro-black platform, but behind the scenes they had a white wife with mixed kids and stuff. This guy pushing Tiger Woods kids and stuff like that, but got the nerve to call a mixed kid like Andre Ward not black. That bothers me, man. Like, how you gonna put Andre Ward down, but at the same time you're making a bunch of Tiger Woods on your scene, and you gonna call a guy like Andre Ward a coon? Like, how do I put this? This guy has no truth in him. And it's guys like that got a platform that people who are chiefs up in this boxing community should slap down and say you're excommunicated from here because you bring nothing but cancer up in here. I'll be one of them to say I don't like that guy. I don't like what he stands for. I don't like his character. I don't like his rotten fruits and the things he promotes. And he don't know nothing about boxing. I mean, he proved,
and that's the case for most of those guys that they don't know.
I'm just speaking on this. This guy,
yeah, I'm sorry.
That guy, I don't like. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I could tolerate the 78s and the Bloods because I know who they are behind the scenes. But this guy is the troll of trolls up in there, and for people to give him a platform, oh my gosh, the stupidity rises up more and more and more, man. And I just think I blame it on the boxing fans on this one, man. Like, but I see where your frustration comes too with a guy like that. It ain't because he gets more views than you, me, or someone else. It's just what he pushes. It's what he pushes. And I'm saying to myself, how in the heck did he blow up the way he blows up, and the
because he
disrespect.
found because he found a platform where you have other guys feeling this way as well, or you had other guys that are desperate who got hello, oh, he'll be back, or you had other guys who were desperate who wanted to hold, who held on to Mayweather, who were already on that, the black agenda or whatever, you know what I mean? And they held on to Mayweather. They do it to everybody. They try to do it to Andre Ward, and Andre Ward came out of nowhere and said, I ain't with that. Told the same guy that got smacked by fucking Porter Sr., told the same guy, I'm not down with that shit. You guys try to use me for your agenda. Like Andre Ward came out and said that shit too. Like he wasn't never down with that. So these guys like taking the fighters that are colored, they like taking them and then they like to right away place them into the LDBC and then back them up. The only dummy that fell for that, the only dummies that are falling for that is the PBC, Al Heyman guys, and fucking Wilder. These guys hold on. My bad, because I wanted to ask you guys a question, even everybody in the chat too, the brothers and sisters in the chat too, if there are any ladies. You know what I mean?
Man.
Why are they going so hard for Wilder when, number one, these guys don't even support him going to his fights, or any fucking pay-per-views, right? Number two, has he ever done anything for them? Does he even mention the LDBC out the mouth, literally on any magazines, any interviews, any publications, anything that he does? Does he he says, "Oh, my fans"? He never says, "Oh," but these guys swear that he said this out of his mouth. He's never said it.
All I'm gonna say is, man, with Fred, if you got channels like LVZ and all these other guys calling Sean Porter a biscuit coon and all this stuff, then don't tell me you don't look at Fred as a coon, but because he says the stuff you like, that's why you tolerate him. It makes you a hypocrite. I'm sorry. Like, I talks with LVZ to a point, but if you're gonna call everybody a coon, call that dude out a coon too.
The reason why they get no respect from people like us, Jay, is because, check it, and this is the realest shit I ever said, these guys are a total contradiction. And this is the whole face of the LDBC and the rest of anybody that's following them that's on that racist shit. You know what I'm saying? Number one, the moment you say your race is more superior than another race, you're racist. I don't give a fuck who you are. Number two, why is it that these guys, hey, get out of here. Why is it that these guys now can understand that you are downing another man of your race or a sister of your race, right? You're downing them for your agenda, but they would be cool, they would be down, they would be okay if they went with you. So now they're talking about stay on code. What kind of bullshit racist shit is that? And you guys want to say you're not racist, but you're telling people to stay on code. Now, if I'm Puerto Rican and Cherokee Indian, let's just say I take one side of me, which is Puerto Rican, right? They would call me a mixed breeded motherfucker. I don't care. Let's just say I took the Puerto Rican side of myself, right? And I came out and I said, and I weaponized my race behind the fighter. Like, let's just say back in the days, Hector Macho Camacho, Puerto Rican fighter. Or most recent, Verdejo or Cotto. Or Cotto, should I say.
Or Carlos Ortiz.
Exactly. So if I'm pushing him without me saying us Puerto Ricans deserve a shot, us Puerto Ricans were robbed, or because almost every race was slaves too. But they're
looking at people like the Canelo fans and the others who are cash cow fighters. No matter how much wrong Canelo do, he at least his fans stay on code no matter what to support the guy, even though he's full of crap. And make them look bad at times. And that's what their mentality is with a guy they selected, which is Wilder, which I think in a way they should have selected other fighters to go with their agenda. But me personally, I would just choose boxing over fighters. But that's me. Because anybody can get it any night. My thing is, the stupidity of choosing PBC over other promotions and stuff like that, or you're on the wrong side and then going against guys like Terrence Crawford because he's on the other side because of Bob Arum. But then you might as well put that energy on Muhammad Ali back in the day, who did choose Bob Arum. But
that's another thing. Like, I don't get this. Like, I really don't get this when it comes to the point where it's
right.
Like you're gonna put PBC, all right, premature ejaculated boxing championships, right? You're gonna put those guys in front of Top Rank, which has given us the classic fights, okay, the golden age, the most classic fights that we debate over till this day. You're gonna choose that casual shit over Bob Arum, who is still living and still gives us the fights and makes and go and tries to, and when every time he says, I'm trying to make the fights, it's just Al Heyman doesn't want to sit down with me and he just doesn't want to talk business, right? We all saw the way Crawford got in front of Spence Jr. with Bob Arum there, and Bob Arum told Spence Jr., yeah, you're smart. You're very smart, and Al Heyman's smart from keeping you away from Crawford. Right? He told him. So then he goes, oh, but you call Al. He goes, I've tried to call him. Why don't you tell him that you want to make the fight? Right? And what happened? What happened? Then all of a sudden he alluded to Crawford's one of Crawford's entourage, which was much smaller than him, and he wanted to punch him in the face. But when Crawford got in his face and told him, yo, talk to me though. We're talking to me. Forget about him. You're talking to me. He even told this boy, yo, chill. His boy shut up, and Errol Spence still was trying to give the other guy energy. He was like, yo, and he kept going, you could go see it for yourself. So it goes to show you, and even when he said, he even predicted, not even, but he laid out the map of who he was going to fight next. And he said it, and it happened. Porter and Garcia in that confrontation. And what happened? So it goes to show you that these guys that are on the other side of the street made that other side of the street in order they can have another side of the street, to masquerade it as another side of the street. But we all know, as hardcore boxing fans, or should I say knowledgeable boxing fans, that shit that they call the other side of the street is really, 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 really the safe side of the street. That's boxing.
Here's my thing. Calling Sean Porter a coon, a lame, and all this other stuff, and can't draw. But Porter's the only guy on that street that fought everybody.
Exactly.
I mean, won some, lost some, but the point is, at least them fights be close. And dude shows heart. And dude stays in shape 24/7, 365. And he ain't got daddy issues like a lot of these black channels on YouTube have. Right. And here's my other thing. If you want to attack Porter because of his personality, yeah, he's a bit he's quirky, aloof, uncoordinated to an extent. But at the same time, I'm not going to talk trash because I respect his resume. I respect who he's fought. He shows heart. He shows determination, and he wants to be the best. So Sean Porter, man, he's one of the few fighters that you're asking your favorite fighters to fight like.
I always have said, and I've given PBC credit for two fighters there at the time before Pacquiao got there. Keith Thurman, and fucking Sean Porter. But mostly Sean Porter, because Sean Porter is the most competitive son of a bitch there, and he's signed to the wrong promotions. If he was to sign to Top Rank, do you know how much more pedigree his skill will have, bro? Do you know how much he would have? Because he'll be fighting on a constant on the Bob. See, this is why people don't understand me. Mayweather left Top Rank because Mayweather had to fight hard. Every fighter that has left Top Rank has left because they had to fight hard. Oscar De La Hoya left Top Rank because he had to fight hard. Instead, he took the easy route, using his name, knowing that, okay, you know what? If I don't sign under Arum, I get more money. I'll make Golden Boy Promotions, and I'll be fine. Okay, no doubt. But now, look what happened. You started declining because the fights got easier for you. Had you stood in a place where you're being pushed, you're being fucking, you have to, there's always an incentive to gain something, even at your job. You have to.
You go from Thurman to Garcia to Ugas to Spence. That's a tough lineup. And you gonna call this guy a coon, but he doing more than what Broner and them are doing. He keep himself in shape. But guys like Javante Davis and them, man, let me shut up, man.
No. You're absolutely right, bro. No, don't put a lid on it. No. Please do not.
Joe Porter don't get no respect from a lot of people, but he deserves a lot of defense because the man is doing exactly what a lot of us boxing fans want a lot of our fighters to do. He gets in there, he fights. Sometimes he wins the fights. Sometimes he loses, but he never leaves anything outside that ring. He leaves it in the ring. And
how many losses does Sean Porter have?
3.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. And who were they by?
Kell Brook, Keith Thurman, and Earl Spence, even though that's debatable.
Right.
2 out of the 3 are debatable.
Right. You see what I mean? And now Earl Spence Jr. is on the comeback, still talking about Crawford, that the fight's going to be made, but the first one he's eyeing on the way back is a mediocre, bro.
And you Puerto Rican, you dogging Garcia. See how objective you are?
You know what I mean? First of all, Danny Garcia, to me, will never become one of the Puerto Rican greats. He will never. He is not on that Mount Rushmore. I'm sorry. He will never. Look, in order to be on that Mount Rushmore, you must wear a size 20 or bigger. This nigga's on a size fucking 11, dog.
Dang.
And it's true. Look at the accomplishments of Gomez. Look at the accomplishments of Hector Macho Camacho. Look at the accomplishments of Cotto, the most recent.
Yep.
I mean, is there anything on his resume or anything on his in his accolades that even come close about this much to these gentlemen and there are more, but does he?
All I gotta say is he did his most at 140. At 147, he's became subpar at best.
And that's where he fucked up. He should have stood at 140. He thought 147 was going to be easy. As a matter of fact, a lot of motherfuckers thought once Floyd left and Pacquiao left, it was going to be easy at 147. And what happened? Pacquiao came back. Everybody started moving either up or down. You know what I mean? And then, I mean,
what big name has he beaten at 147?
Who?
Garcia.
That's what I'm saying. What? What you say? Eddie the Ghost Guerrero?
No.
Not even Floyd Mayweather gets props for that. That was all show. That was really a show for the dads versus dads. You know what I mean? Like
entertainment. Yeah,
because Floyd beat the shit out of Guerrero. There's not one spot that Guerrero had in that fight.
Floyd, my issue with Floyd back then was I wish he finished certain guys because he had opportunities to finish them rather than just allow them to run around for 12 rounds and he gets a decision. Like he legitimately had these guys hurt, but he wouldn't finish.
Right.
Now, a pay-per-view buyer would appreciate him more if he would finish some of these guys. That's what Ray Leonard and other guys would do.
Yeah, and me as a pay-per-view buyer back then, all I wanted from Floyd was was not to pass the agenda.
Yeah.
Don't grab him hard. Come here, Papa. Go ahead. Grab him. Sorry, my nephew's here. I'm just trying to get him.
Yes, cool.
All right, yeah. So it gets to a point where these guys, like, okay, you got these guys called DSG fans. These DSG fans are trying to say he's great, he belongs up there, but when you ask them the question you just asked, who the fuck has he beaten? It doesn't matter who's on his fucking resume because there's really nobody on his fucking resume right now.
He can't beat a Porter.
Who, Barrera? Barrera? Was it? Barrera, was it?
Yeah.
Right? That's it?
And Mullins.
He was Morales was. He was finished. My man never even fought after that.
And Malinaji. That's how I feel about it, bro.
The Yak. He was great at one point. Malinaji, not even great. He was good at one point. You know what I mean? But and then
I still had Herrera beating him. I had Lamar Peterson.
I had him on here. I got an interview on him. You know what I'm saying? After the fight or whatever, and I told him. We all told him. Even on hashtag Back to Boxing Radio when I had it. The podcast.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Bro,
yeah.
He got on even on here. Go check it out. It's in the. He said he got robbed. He fucking hated these. And I said, yo, Puerto Rico loved you, bro. You're Mexican, but you was Puerto Rican that day, dog.
Yep.
Nobody accepted Danny Garcia over there. And as a matter of fact, it was such an insult to us because when one of them was trying to speak Spanish, he was like, oh, I don't speak Spanish like that. Yeah, everybody, nobody accepted him, not even his father.
Dang. And Lamar Peterson beat him too, man. I'm sorry. Like, Peterson almost got rid of him.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. Peterson gave him a fucking mouse and a fucking mouse pad, bro.
He's been protected, man, and he's the one that he has a certain fan base that can give PBC some revenue and a certain name. And Danny Garcia didn't have a name until he knocked out Amir Khan.
And you know where he fucked up at? You know where he fucked up at? Having his father as his fucking trainer instead of his mouthpiece. You see, your father.
It's a LeVar Ball situation.
Like, look, what I'm saying is his father. Okay, the way that should have went was the way it went with Roy Jones Jr. and his dad, or Sugar Shane Mosley and his dad. It wasn't going to turn out to be a Trinidad and his dad because his dad would not put the fucking fire under you know what I'm saying, his son's ass the way Trinidad Senior used to with Trinidad Jr. That's one. True. Number two, which should be number one, Trinidad Jr. was a world-class trainer. Is Angel Garcia a world-class trainer? No. So what the fuck is he doing training his son? And supposedly, this is why I'm saying PBC's not really at a world-class level, bro. And they know this. This is why they're keeping them away from the world-class fighters in Top Rank, in the zone. Only the ones that want to lay the fuck down. They're doing this shit with Canelo Alvarez too, bro. Don't get it fucking twisted. Don't get it twisted. This is why GGG should stay the fuck where he is and make your own lane. You fought this guy twice. Let's get into that. You fought this guy twice. They fucking robbed you. They fucking robbed you. You seen the political spread on it already. The judges, the motherfucking. You seen it. You seen. So what do? You go now and I'm gonna fight him again. No, we don't want that drama show. You don't belong there no more. If anything, Canelo needs to prove he should fight Khalid Plant. Why don't you fight Khalid Plant or Andre? He hasn't done shit at 160. He has not done anything at 160.
But you know what? I do want to see Triple G revenge Devchenko, though.
That I would like. But at the same time, you gotta agree with me. It's unnecessary for Triple G to get into a fucking fight that he knows he's going to lose, bro, because of the fucking politics.
Remember when I was doing videos with Out of Control Troll?
Yeah. I remember him. Yeah.
And Troll came with this boxing prophecy like Canelo is the new unbeatable. He said this back in 2012, 2013 after the Floyd fight. He was like, this guy is going to be impossible to beat because of the judges.
Yep.
And, I mean, Adelaide Bird, when she made that thing a draw between him and Mayweather, even Canelo had that look like,
oh, shit.
I lost that fight.
Yeah.
Too. And I said to myself, like, if Canelo is saying this, and it concerned me, like, the only way you go beat this guy in the next 10 years is to knock him out. And you call people like Tyson Fury and others cheats. What about this guy? You tolerate his cheating?
The way you beat Canelo Alvarez, because he's got the judges on his side. We all know where the extra scoring is coming from, and it's not from the long range, right? It's not from the medium range. It's from the inside. It's
Yep.
from, you know why? Because when you give a guy like Canelo the inside and he's already got the judges favored him, you then give the fucking judges the excuse to say, well, they were on the inside a lot and Canelo landed a lot. And it will be your word against theirs as a fight fan, which wouldn't be fair because there are millions of us saying this, but since they're commissioned, since they're the officials, it's what the fuck they say. And that's what's going on here. This is why I'm saying, if you take a good look at the first fight, right? Triple G kept him at a distance. Triple G was tagging him from a long range, and Canelo was having a hard time. This is why we were like, get the fight. Even that his own fans were like, whoa, wait a minute. Nah, Triple G won that fight. The second fight, questionable as well. Canelo was trying to be more on the outside, and then, you know what I'm saying, when he saw that Triple G was fucking him up medium range and neutralizing him from coming inside, what happened, bro? He allowed him to hit him on the inside. Again, he allowed him to tie up. He allowed him to get the extra little fucking hits in. This is what you don't do with Canelo. You don't allow Canelo to tie up because, especially a fighter like that, you have knowledge that the judges are looking for anything to do their job because they've taken money. So they're like, damn, this is why, if it's long range, like Mayweather kept them. Mayweather kept long range all day, son. That's the blueprint. Fuck is wrong with these people? But then we can go on the other side, which motherfuckers would call conspiracy theory, which is not, because it's the fucking truth. Maybe they laying down for Canelo. Because how the fuck is it that Kovalev got knocked the fuck up, but you couldn't knock out. You couldn't knock out.
Man, I saw how Kovalev took the shots from the other Alvarez to get knocked down. The way Canelo throw that shot, come on, man, Kovalev. You took a dive. I'm sorry, dog.
You know what I mean? And a lot of these Canelo fans, which I call Canelmos, the extremes, not the ones that agree, the extremes, bro. These guys, they get so mad because when you expose it and you tell them, just take a look at it, bro. Oh, I don't care. He beat a lightweight. He's the best. He's going up levels. He ain't going up levels. Bullshit. He's taking Gennady Golovkin now. You know why? Because Gennady Golovkin was a threat at 160. He right. So now they're a threat. This is why I'm saying that they set Triple G up. I'm gonna build the blueprint for you right now. After I'm done, you're gonna be like, wow. Everybody's gonna be like, wow, man. Loeffler's a motherfucker. Check it out.
When people defend Deontay Wilder a lot or how clean he is, I'm like, what about that first Ortiz fight, right? Or what about that Malik Scott fight? That just don't seem right.
It don't. Now, check out the blueprint. The first fight, Gennady Golovkin gets robbed, right? So it was a draw, right? If I'm not mistaken, they called it a draw.
All right, a draw.
All right, and we all seen it, right? Even everybody. So he gets caught using clenbuterol. Motherfucker gets 6 months, but at the same time he gets to train. Because right after the 6 months, he got the fight right away with Triple G. Instead of Loeffler protecting his man the righteous way, not the cowardly way, the righteous way, saying, listen, you just tested positive for clenbuterol. They gave you 6 months. No, you're going to have to take a tune-up, motherfucker. Take a tune-up. And while you take a tune-up, prove to us that you're clean. Fuck that. But what did they allow Oscar De La Hoya to do? Take control. This is why. Now, if you take a good look at the $365 million that fucking the Zone gave Canelo and Golden Boy, right? You got to take a look at this now. How much do you think that's a lot of fucking money? That is. Now, you got Loeffler pushing his man, knowing that this motherfucker didn't really get penalized like that. That people were mad at GGG, but the real fans like myself and yourself knew. Nah, he's smart not to take this fight just yet. Maybe later on. Let Canelo fucking build himself up again. Fuck that. Everybody must be penalized. But no, right? So Gennady Golovkin was recorded to say, nah, I'm not going to take the fight. So Loeffler kept pressuring him. So once Loeffler pressured him, that put me to think Loeffler is taking money under the table to push his man because his man at the time with the draw was still unified and undefeated. Right? Right. So the second fight was going to draw even more. Loeffler fucking knew, right? Right? So what happens after this? Canelo wins. He gets a $365 million deal. You don't see Loeffler coming out in any of the fucking interviews. He's turning them all down because people wanted to ask him, why didn't you protect fucking Triple G? Why did you push him into this fight? Right? But I'm telling you, Loeffler knew he pushed his man into rough seas, bro. And there was more than one great white shark that he had to deal with. And politically, Triple G right now, if you can see now where he's going, bro, this is why Golden Boy is poison. And I told Eddie Hearn, I told the Zone, I'm telling all the Zone fans, all these guys that are, it's a good idea. It's a bad idea. Golden Boy is tarnished. They're cheaters, bro. They push this fucking transgenderism where it's dangerous for the sport. You know what I mean? Where people can get hurt. I'm telling you, Golden Boy is poison. There's certain fighters on there like Linares and a couple more that don't belong on there. They should go to Top Rank or Eddie Hearn or somebody else that's not with this fuckery. This is crazy.
I think part of Canelo hates that he's part of this Golden Boy thing himself.
Yeah, and what's keeping him is the money.
And my thing is, I don't agree that Canelo's a number one pound for pound guy for a few reasons. He doesn't give me the performances that makes me think he's the man. Like, right. if you gonna do what Tyson Fury just did in a big pay-per-view match, that's a heck of a performance.
Or even for your career, if you're gonna stop a dude of that aptitude, bro.
If you did that to Triple G in y'all second fight after having a draw against that guy, then I'll be like, okay, Canelo, you the real deal. But getting outboxed by Kovalev most of the fight,
right?
And getting outboxed by Khan for some rounds.
Yep.
And in the Lara fight, that was indecisive. The trial fight was, other than that knockdown, that was competitive. It was just I thought Cotto beat Canelo, but because of what you just said, that inside fighting, the judges could argue with you. Cotto should have put more pressure, but I had Cotto 7-5 in that fight.
A lot of people had Cotto that, or probably maybe one or two more rounds, ahead, man.
Yeah, man. And I was just like, dang, man, like, how protected is this guy? The Jacobs fight, I thought Canelo won that. There's no dispute. But they were lackluster performances, man. Like,
and that was because they're lackluster because the dance partner fucking, took his foot off the gas. So Canelo, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Canelo let him rest, and then he lets it, if you've hurt you got a guy hurt and you don't chase him down to finish your work of art, then what fucking picture are you painting?
That's why I put Crawford ahead of Canelo. It's not just the resume, it's just your performances. That's why you got to put Lomachenko ahead of Canelo. It's not Lomachenko got a decent resume.
Or Crawford, who has finished everybody who has been in front of him at 147.
Exactly. Like, put finishes.
What's up, Rosclot 222's on here, Jay?
What's up, Rosclot, man? Yeah, but that, for me to have a number one pound for pound guy, finish the guy.
Yeah.
And also look good doing it. Not these majority decisions, not these draws, not these split decisions, and being protected and all this other stuff. And other fighters feel like they're already behind 4 rounds in the fight. Yeah. Like Triple G is trying to cash out, and I feel bad for Triple G in a way. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about where his mindset is nowadays.
I'm telling you, Loeffler, fuck that guy, man.
Man, and nobody really cared for this fight, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, look, Jay. Honestly speaking, bro. Honestly, because I like your judgment. I like your honesty. What I just broke down about Loeffler and his man putting him to the fire. Does it sound stupid or does it sound suspect?
Both.
Okay. Why does it sound stupid?
No, I'm talking about Loeffler being stupid about this.
Right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like exactly what he did, bro.
And Triple G is his main guy, but he ain't gonna have another Triple G under his stable for a long, long time if he'll ever get another guy like Triple G.
Exactly. And you know how you know that Loeffler was involved there because we all know Loeffler to have gotten Gennady Golovkin as far as he did. Okay. But now all of a sudden, you can't do the same work ethics behind a big mega fight. So you let the more experienced promoter, knowing in your hand, has the titles, which is much bigger than that fucking guy's fucking name in the sport. So he automatically gave the side A control to fucking De La Hoya, and he never should have done that. But you see what I'm saying? So if you can intelligently put fights together and be side A everywhere else on the mega fight now, all of a sudden, Loeffler, you don't know how to do your job? Come on, man. The man sold out, bro. He sold his man out.
And let's talk about another fighter that needs to step it up. Jermall Charlo, man.
Listen, those guys, they have maybe 1 or 2 more years. Fuck it. They have at least a year and a half to spike potential in their game. If they keep fighting mediocres, what's going to happen is it's going to be the laughing stock. Because if you put Jacobs in there against Charlo, Jacobs is going to fuck him up. If you put Derevchenko in there,
Derevchenko gonna beat the living crap out of him.
This is what I'm saying. See, these guys, Harrison lost to himself the last fight. You know why? Because he let Charlo get in his head. Had he been a clear head, crunk fighter like he did the first fight, he would have beaten Charlo. Because remember, the first fight he let Charlo get all excited and get flabbergasted and stuff. But then he let Charlo do it in him. And he went in there, wasted energy. Everything, all the anger you had. And this is why it's to have that angst and that animosity, whether it's a high animosity or low, to carry that in the ring, it's part of your fuel, bro. Because you've built that up for a good 3 months, you know what I'm saying? Or 2.5 months during training. This was the fire. Now all of a sudden you're wasting it on conferences and all this back and forth on social media. And when it's time for the fight now, this guy doesn't have that angst. He's got a game plan, which is the antagonizer, and that's his fuel and energy. As to he got in your head, and now you are fucking mad, so you're wasting energy in there. You can't even find the second win because you don't have that fire. You wasted that fire talking shit.
I always felt like the Charlos were just as protected as Deontay Wilder was.
Oh yeah.
And I used to promote the Charlos, but I used to have it where back in 2015, I think.
Yeah.
I said Jermall Charlo, if he could just step it up in competition,
right,
he could possibly be the first guy to beat Triple G.
Right.
And people thought I was stupid for saying it. I was like, he has some tools that can do it, but
right.
Now I don't even know if he could ever beat Triple G. Like you said, the mediocrity or the low tier level of competition to just make that fake confidence keep going up and fighting for vacants. That's another thing that's disgusting.
Yo, no doubt, Ross Clark. Both Charlos don't want to do anything but spend money and spend the money they make. Exactly.
I don't know their lifestyle, so I just know what I see in that ring. To make these fights also. Yeah, that's true, Ross Clark. That's true. Triple G didn't push it either.
Well, we could blame him, but we can't fully blame him because Triple G don't know the politics. Remember, he's from Kyrgyzstan. He's got Loeffler, who's from Europe on that side. He's a savvy businessman. You know what I mean? He was honest with him all the way to the mega fight. He showed his dishonesty the moment the big money came in. The moment the big money came in, he screwed his man over. He put him under the table, dog. He threw him into very dangerous ground and territory where he could have gotten hurt because now all of a sudden you've got these testing agencies lowering combuterol levels in order to find what's legal and not illegal, all for the fucking catering of Canelo Alvarez to become the greatest Mexican fighter ever. Can you believe this shit, my brother? Yes, I can, because this is true. It's happened.
Man, he ain't the greatest.
No, not at all.
But I respect his resume. I just don't respect certain things that he gets privileges over. But, you know, Ray Leonard has some privileges, not to that extent, but he has similar privileges like Canelo to a little extent. But all I'm gonna say is this: at the end of the day, man, I want to see Charlo fight Andrade because they both need to fight one another. They need a name on their freaking resume. So why not fight one another? Y'all call one another out 154. One said they internal issues. So why not make the fight now?
Right.
Unify or something. Like, get it over with.
Exactly. And that's another thing. Well, Roscoe pointed out too. You know, jumping weight classes, you know, like it's nothing, you know, comfortably tells me that he's still on PEDs. Well, I can agree with you on that, my brother. And another thing I want to add on to that was just because he's jumping from weight class to weight class doesn't make him great. Okay? When you close a division by unifying and then you go up, now had he done that, why he's jumped 3 times already? Had he unified 3 divisions on the way up to where he is now? Then I can say that. He don't do that. He don't do that. That's why Mikey Garcia's whole shit. Not saying that he don't have skill, but his whole shit where now he's become 4 division champ. Same thing with Adrian Broner. 4 shit. It's not the days of Marlon Starling where he tried and even he felt that he's a greater fighter than all these motherfuckers. You know why? Because it was hard. And he had opposition. There's no opposition now. Everything is, let's make a serial face boxer. First one to come out with that shit too. And this is what they're doing.
Yeah, you're beating the weekly champions, you know. Right. And like for instance, I would say if Canelo's next fight was against Beterbiev, then I'd be like, okay, Canelo, you got some balls.
Right.
And if you beat Beterbiev straight up, now you're number 1 pound for pound, my eyes.
Exactly.
Because that's a tough dude at 175, man.
Exactly, man. No doubt. So listen, I got to cut the stream short, man, because I got to go out and run errands, man. But Jay, thank you so much, man. And everybody in the chat, thank you for joining me. You guys are awesome, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'll try to come back tonight with another live stream, man. All right, guys?
All right, man. Peace.
Peace, my brother. Love you, man. Good. And God bless you, man. God bless everyone else, man. Hashtag come back to boxing. Peace, fellas.